Hi everybody, this is Debbie from Chalk It Up Fancy, and I wanted to come and show you, this particular customer wanted a cream finish, which Wise Owl has a cream color, and she also wanted a black glazed look. Wise Owl does sell a black glaze, and it's a good product. I'm not saying anything against it. I just personally like the way that black paint kind of is a little bit more vibrant. So I want to show you today how I'm doing that. And you're going to see that a lot of things that I do, it all kind of is not much different than my whitewash. I'm going to start with Wise Owl Black. I have my mist bottle. You can get these at Christmas Tree Shop, or we will drop a link underneath this if you want to purchase it online. And today I am using my Klingon 040, and I make sure that's nice and wet. You can use the Klingon brushes dry. I just feel like I get a little bit more movement with some water. Always have baby wipes. These are great for taking the paint back, and some paper towels on hand. Now, just so you know what we did with this dresser, we primed it with Wise Owl Gray Primer. We did black on top, cream over the primer, and I did spray this with the Wise Owl Matte Varnish. You don't have to put varnish on first. You're just gonna get the black in more areas, and it's not as movable to remove. I don't want it to be black everywhere. I want to be able to pull the black off where I don't want it and kind of move it where I do want it, which is going to be a lot in these different carvings in the door. That's where I really wanted to emphasize. So the varnish before the black is going to help me have a cleaner look. Okay, so that's why we did put a barrier on first. You can put wax on there or the salve. It really doesn't matter. You just want to make sure for this particular technique that you have a barrier between the paint and the black. So I'm going to get started. It gets a little messy. You can put gloves on if you want. I'm going to choose not to. And I start by, I don't have much of an area to work, and I'm going to want to work kind of fast, and I want it to be pretty even. So I just kind of wet the whole thing. And I get a little black on my brush, okay? And I like the doors to stay in so that I can kind of see that everything is pretty even. So that both doors have like an even balance to them, which is hard to do if you put the drawers on the floor and try to do this. I can look at the whole picture this way. Okay, so it gets a little scary, but it does work out in the end. So I just put a very wet application of the black. Now, these doors are going to take me a while to pull back, so I'm going to get this black kind of everywhere but there for now, just so that I can pull the paint back, and then I can spend more time in the doors and not worry about the rest of it drying on me. Okay. And this is something where you do want to move, you know, kind of quickly. You don't want to go answer a phone right now. You want to get your black on. Because this paint does start to dry quite quickly. That's very, very heavy. So I want to get water on this to keep my paint wet. Okay. Like so. Hope I'm not in your way. Okay. So I'm going to take my baby wipes. And I'm going to start wiping back. And on this, so you see down here where the black really rested in those crevices of the bottom trim. That's what I'm looking for. But I want the cream around it to have a very clean look. Now, when I'm done with this, I am going to pop the drawers out so that the paint doesn't dry and make my doors stick. But just for now, so that I can see how it all looks. Guys, you're going to use a lot of baby wipes. There's something in baby wipes that is very good with taking paint off. So it's something that if you use a wet rag and you think you're going to rinse it off, that water is going to get all black. So this just works best for me. You know, you can try different things yourself. And I'm just going to keep wiping back till I get the look I'm looking for. If I did not have the varnish barrier on, I would not be able to move the paint like this, because this chalky paint is extremely porous and it is going to want to grab onto anything you put on it. And black is not, you know, what I want to do. I don't want all this black paint grabbing to the... Now, you guys probably can't see it, and it probably looks like I'm taking all of it off, but there is still a little bit of black left, and it's going to help the doors here balance with everything. Now, when you use your baby wipes, you want to kind of keep them nice and flat, like that. You don't want them all bunched up, because you kind of want the paint to stay behind in certain areas. So I'm kind of wiping my hand very flat around. So there's a very faint smoky look all over, and that's what I wanted, okay? Where it just grabbed here and there. Okay, so now I'm going to start doing in here, and this is where I really want it to pop. So I'm going to do one door at a time. Again, this cabinet, I primed it, I painted with cream, and I sprayed the Wise Owl varnish on it. And the varnish, the barrier, is going to help me move this black around where I want it and where I don't want it. If I did not put the barrier, I would have a very hard time getting the paint off of where the areas I don't want it. But I really want to get this black paint in all these crevices of these dancing ladies. This is a beautiful door with a lot of different carvings in it. And I want this black paint to really rest in those spots. So you want to move kind of quickly. I'm going to start by wiping back with a paper towel, just to get the first layer off. And then I'm going to get my baby wipes.